Well, ladies and gentlemen, you might want to put your seatbelts on for this one, because holy smokers, it ain't no dang jokers, guys. Why is it always gotta be the shows that I'm invested in, man? Because what we're hearing is that Stranger Things just got strange. You don't have to like the video, you don't have to subscribe. Let's actually get down to it. Stranger Things, Millie Bobby Brown filed complaint of, and I quote, harassment and bullying against David Harbour before season 5 filming. Oh, shit. Yeah, you would think that this account would have gotten, you know, like a lawsuit by Millie Bobby Brown, allegedly, because this account said actress Millie Bobby Brown donated $1 million to the LGBTQIA plus community. And I quote, I hope they find a cure. The actress did. You wouldn't think that this account would have, because this is false, okay? This is not true. The account says they are satirical. I believe this is what saved their ass, because otherwise, yeah, man, this account would have been nuked. This ended up getting 37.5 million views, bro. Oh, shit. Oh, you know, this is the top searched, or this is top on the list on X when you search up Millie Bobby Brown. Oh crap, yo, check this one out. Shout out to Slow Roll.
After spending over $400 million on the final season of Stranger Things, Netflix is scrambling to save the season after it's been leaked that Millie Bobby Brown filed a complaint against her co-star David.
I think this is gonna boost up the show even more. This is gonna make people watch it even more. I don't think it's gonna be the other way around.
Harbour for bullying and harassment. So let's get into it.
Yeah, there we have it. Yeah, brother, like, let's get Roy into the news. That's crazy, man.
Anybody saw this coming, especially David, with all the bad news that he's been receiving lately. But it's been leaked that Millie Bobby Brown complained about her co-star David, and it got so bad that Millie had to have a representative on set to protect her from this man. So far, we don't know too many details about what exactly happened on set. The only detail that I see in every single media reporting is that none of the complaints that Millie had against David were intimate or inappropriate. So no, he didn't creep on her. Millie has been working with David since she was 12 years old and he was 41 back in 2016. And in the past, David has expressed his deep protective feelings for Millie. So what has changed? And with Netflix spending more than $400 million.
I mean, he might be having those feelings like as a father figure though, because he's playing the role of a father figure in the show as well. But I mean, bro, like, we're talking real life here, man. You know, you feel what I'm saying? And now he's getting sued, so I don't know, bro. Like, this is crazy.
Which is crazy to me. I had to like triple check that because I feel like $400 million, like that could cure like world hunger. But of course, with such a big investment,
Netflix is reportedly spending more than $400 million on the upcoming 8-episode run, which will conclude the hit series. Oh no. However, it has now been claimed that filming for the final season was hampered by these allegations. I think that regardless of these accusations, the show is gonna do well. Even with all of this, I feel like it's gonna boost even more. What are your thoughts on it, right? Like, if you forget about this ever happened, you're still gonna watch it. And if you hear that all of this is going on, you're gonna be like, oh crap, I wanna find out what happened. Yo, do they have scenes in the show? Yeah, like, people want to see if the chemistry is still there between the characters or not. Yeah, I think it's gonna do well regardless. But no, this is crazy. This is holy smokers, man. It ain't no dang jokers.
Don't want the world talking about Millie and David's drama.
There are no formal charges. The police are not involved. It was an internal complaint, but there are rumors that there are dozens and dozens of specific allegations inside this report. Also, this internal report was filed ahead of filming the final season of Stranger Things when Millie Bobby Brown was about 19 or 20 years old, which means that a lot of the harassing and bullying had to happen in previous seasons before that, when Millie Bobby Brown was likely a minor or at best a very young girl.
Damn, so the second you turn like 18 in America, you get sued, bro. That's crazy. This is why I love America, man. Damn, bro, I wish I was in the States right now, bro. Damn it, man. I'm in Canada. I love Canada, by the way, but you know, in America, like, everybody has the superpower of suing. You know, everybody can like bring their finger up and sue, like sue. You know, so we don't necessarily have that. We have that ability, don't get me wrong, but it's not as crazy as like US, right? Like I wish I was in the US for that, because you can actually sue people for farting in the wrong direction as well. But jokes aside, for bullying, right? So that's a different charge versus, you know, creeping up, you know, doing that kind of stuff, right? Like the P. Diddy, the diddler stuff and all that. So thank God it's not any of that. But what kind of bullying we're talking about? Define bullying in this instance, right? Was he saying like old man jokes, or was he? Yeah, I don't know, man. Like we don't know, so I don't want to assume it. Even though like everybody's assuming right now, but.
What's interesting about this investigation, it happened internally at Netflix and it lasted for months. And what they produced was a document with many pages. So it's not like just like 1 or 2 times where there was an incident. It seems like this was a consistent problem. According to reports, Millie filed these complaints before production started for season 5. And there are pages and pages of them centering around bullying and harassment, which David is like, you know, double the age of Millie. I don't know why he would be bullying and harassing her. Millie filed this harassment and bullying claim before season 5 kicked off, so this would have been back in January 2024. I wonder if part of that $400 million budget also included the internal investigation, because that must have cost Netflix a lot. And it must have been so awkward between Millie and David, like while they're acting in these scenes, because clearly they don't like each other.
Yeah, it's not like she filed a lawsuit against him towards the end. She filed it right before rather filming this season that is about to air. So that is crazy, and it's only now coming out. That's interesting, because it seems like that it's been a couple months or perhaps a year or 2 since all of that happened. So it looks like they were able to keep it under wraps, but it's only now coming out. That's interesting, I guess. Yeah, why now? The show is about to drop. It's about to drop. I think that's why they did it. Or because the show is about to come out and, you know, somebody just spilled the beans. Either it was controlled or it just because, like, yeah, the show is coming out, so somebody couldn't keep it a secret and somebody just let it out. Yeah, I wonder who leaked it. How did we find out about all this? Because this happened a couple of months ago to a year ago, right?
It's also fascinating to me that Millie had her own personal representative on set. Like her own, I guess, I imagine someone between like a lawyer and a bodyguard who's like keeping tabs on David. David has previously spoken about his bond with Millie on podcasts. He said, quote, "Millie and I have always had a special relationship because I knew her when she was so young. I have a real protective feeling for her."
According to Millie Bobby Brown, David Harbour was bullying and harassing her on the set of Stranger Things, which caused them to do an internal investigation into this whole accusation before Stranger Things 5 even started filming. Now, these allegations do not say that there was any sexual misconduct, so don't get it twisted there, thank God. Given, you know, his issues with women and that, we so far do not know the outcome of the investigation, not even sure if that's going to be made public, so we don't know what they turned up about this. Obviously, he wasn't fired because he's going to be in the next season of Stranger Things, or the last season, thank God, apparently. All of this cast and crew is falling apart in the last couple of years.
This comment says, "If you didn't hear it from Millie, I don't believe it." Someone else said, "I didn't say that she lied. If anything, I'm saying the person who wrote the article did." I don't think that this is a lie. There are so many reports.
Yeah, right now there's way too many articles. There are just way too many reports. Yeah, very awfully specific timing, don't you think?
About this online. Somebody said David Harbour is innocent. Ooh, comment below. What do you guys think? Somebody said the Daily Mail isn't a reliable source. Well, if you go and look on Google this morning, you'll see a bunch of other media outlets.
Yeah, it's not just Daily Mail.
Are also picking this up. The reason why the Daily Mail reported on it first was because they did have that exclusive source. And you know what? I don't love the Daily Mail, but I do believe this is real.
That Millie Bobby Brown had to have a personal representative, or chose to have a personal representative with her while they were filming the entire last season.
That's insane. So whoever Millie hired, they were like, you know, keeping tabs on Uncle David out there. That's crazy. And David would be like, oh, he's there. Okay. He's there? Okay, alright. Okay, Millie, what about this scene, bro? I don't know, like, how would he have worked this out? What would have gone down behind the scenes? But, dang, could you imagine? And, yeah, definitely, whoever that person was that was keeping tabs on David, they must have been filming the entire time just so they can like catch him in the act or find evidence or document evidence rather, right? That's insane, bro. Holy.
And it is believed that that was to be a buffer against this behavior. I kept thinking too about the woman who jumped out of his apartment and how there just really isn't a whole lot of information about that case. And I thought that was so wild and devastating, and you'd think that people would have looked into it.
There's a reason why Hollywood stars always seem to walk away from scandals untouched. Just like there's a reason why Morgan & Morgan is America.
Yo, I was like, yo, there's some background music, bro. Nah, man.
To blame them now for forcing Millie to continue to work with
Stranger Things did Duffer Brothers really force Millie Bobby Brown and David Harbour together despite her claimed controversy brews over the Stranger Things finale with questions about whether Millie Bobby Brown was forced to work with David Harbour.
David. Obviously, this complaint was filed before season 5, so everyone was well aware of how Millie felt about working with David. I'm interested to see how
innocent until proven guilty. I guess that's the formula they're following because there have been so many like false flags that happen. You know, prime example gotta be like Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. We all saw the the conclusion of that. Yeah, it was pretty bad for Johnny Depp, right? He lost so much because of it, so much damage. His name, I mean, so many damages. His reputation was completely annihilated, obliterated, quite literally. So now he's rebuilding back, but yeah, we all saw what happened to him. So yeah, and also Stranger Things is pretty massive, so I'm sure he has a big character. I'm sure they don't want to like replace him over allegations that are for now allegations, right? What are your thoughts? And did you see this video though? Man, the stuff that came out about the homie Dwayne Douglas The Rock Johnson, it's crazy. Check out this video on the screen and I'll see you right there.